Hey, what's up guys? I'm going to be talking to you a little bit about our favorite subject, which is soda. I guess it's not everybody's favorite subject because we don't want to hear about it, right? We want to hear that you can drink as much soda as you want, do exactly what you want for as long as you want. But the reality is too much of anything is not good, especially soda. And here's a little bit of why. When we're looking at high fructose corn syrup, there was a whole lot of ads saying that, hey, nothing's wrong with it and it doesn't cause this and that and the other. I mean, just so much of the natural physiological processes don't support that. One of which is right up here. When we're talking about high fructose corn syrup, it actually mimics and looks a lot like your insulin. So when you're eating sugary type foods, it's going along with that. So you're eating the carbs, you're eating like the French fries or the breads or something else. You're getting the blood sugars up, and so your body naturally produces insulin. But when you're drinking the soda, it's those high fructose corn syrups are also, the little molecules are docking, just like a lock and key right up here. It's docking right onto the insulin receptors. And so unfortunately, you can't uptake it. It can't take in the sugar and it can't utilize it. So your body makes even more insulin because it thinks it's not doing the job. And so you become what's called hyperinsulinemic. And afterwards you crash because then all of a sudden the high fructose corn syrup kind of dissociates a little bit, and then you start pulling in too much blood sugar and you crash. So that's not a good thing, obviously. Another thing with drinking high fructose corn syrup and sodas is the fact that over here, when we look up here, is that your liver is actually the only organ in your body that can actually process this stuff. It has an infinite capacity as well. And you can get, just like you did if you drank a lot of alcohol, you can get a fatty liver. So you get all of the bad effects, the negative effects, but without all the kick. Okay, and yes, you remember the next day. But the reality is that it's not good for you. Your liver is the only thing that can actually utilize that. The brain doesn't even utilize it. So your brain's not getting the signals, hey, you're eating too much. So you're going to eat even more calories usually with your meal when you're drinking sodas. And that, unfortunately, that might be as designed by a lot of the, companies. They even throw salt into to soda, so you drink even more soda. So, who knows? But, it is a known fact that if you're doing that, your brain's not getting that. It's going to freak out. It's not getting all the sugar that it needs. And so you're going to be eating more calories on top of the fact that you're having high fructose corn syrup. The only thing that does is that it also, since your liver, can't utilize it all, it goes, okay, fine. And it will eventually shunt it over into fat, which obviously nobody wants, okay? Especially with the COVID-15 going on. Last but not least, we're going to talk a little bit about how it's very acidic. It's just as acidic as diet sodas, actually a little bit more so, but only by like half a point. But when we're looking at soda, it's like almost at the very edge of the scale. When we're looking at an acidity in the body wants to be at like about 7.2 on the acidity scale. 7 being actually pretty basic, pretty neutral, and 10 being super basic, and 2 being really acidic. Now, soda is actually around the 2 to 3 range, and that's very, very acidic. And as I was kind of explaining a little bit earlier to another friend, if you put a penny into a little glass of soda, it'll actually turn shiny as a result of that acidity. And so it's very acidic. You don't want to be doing that all the time, because if you do, your organs will react, and obviously they don't want to be splashing in a lot of acid in the blood, and so they will actually surround themselves with more fat. And this doesn't matter if you're skinny, because you can be skinny on the outside, and it's called thin on the outside, fat on the inside. It's a terminology somebody named TOFI. Okay, so you can actually be TOFI and still be having the organs surrounded by fat. They did a lot of studies on that actually, and so don't just assume that in the outward appearance that you're healthy. I think we unfortunately go towards a symptom-based driven society on a lot of our healthcare, and unfortunately that's a big problem. So let's do our best to be more educated. That's what all this program's about. That's what our challenge, the channel is all about. So keep watching us. We're going to keep giving you more tips and info. Our next segment's going to be on sparkling water. Take care, guys.